Scorpio, good morning. Welcome to this general sun, moon, rising reading. My name's Clive. You're watching Emery's Tarot. It's a pleasure to be here. Okay, I'm just going to give the cards a shuffle. All right, and as I'm shuffling, please feel free to contact me if you like my videos. And if you want a personal reading, use the official email in the description box below. If you can't see it, just click the more button. I just did this is to prove we tarot readers are vulnerable. Okay, I just got 5 or 6 minutes into your reading and realised the damn thing wasn't recording. So I've had to start again. Okay. So here we go. It is recording. I can see the timer moving. All right. Well, a breakthrough with your person, a breakthrough in this relationship. It's a Queen of Wands. It's a let's get things organised. Let's do something about our situation. There's a lot of warmth about this connection. There's certainly a lot of chemistry there. There is a flip side to this connection, despite the chemistry, despite the attraction, okay, despite the desire, this connection with this person, probably a fire sign, okay, but not necessarily. Don't take it as red, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It comes with the conditions. Could well be some of those conditions are you're married, they're married, whatever. I'm getting here, there's a conversation here about compatibility. You perhaps grew up in a very, very different environment to this person, so your attitude towards it is all about making some reasonable compromises. This is about getting to know somebody, accepting that you can't change them accepting that they can't change you if this is going to work. But the chemistry's there, all right, but now the real work stands. There's a concern for somebody else. The logistics and the practicalities, you're going to need a plan, okay? Getting stability, that's making a plan. It's like you two are on a different page here. It's finding the middle ground between you two. I'm getting distance and travel here for some of you is a problem. Well, somebody's decided to open up communications. All right. Ace of Swords, it's a new beginning. But whether you're dealing with an ex or somebody new, it's kind of like you at least want to base this on truth. You don't want any kind of hidden depths showing up later. Wow. Empress. I'm getting there's a family issues involved here, which does cause complications. Okay, so you're making choices. The challenge is there's a concern for somebody else's welfare, and there's also monetary settlement here also. I'm kind of getting here things have been moving quite quickly, and then all of a sudden, kind of the truth or the realization comes out. Well, hang on a minute. Okay, so we want to be together, but what do we actually do about it, practically wise? What about houses? What about property? What about prospects? What about work? What about finances? Hmm. Communication is going to be very important about the practicalities of the situation. But with the Ten of Pentacles here and the Magician, there's talk about a change of environment and travel. There's an organisational thing going on about the practicalities. There's family issues to be resolved as well. Perhaps you or the person are dealing with family issues. It's all about acceptance and compatibility. Somebody outside of this connection perhaps doesn't agree that or believe that you two are actually compatible. But either way, you're being very, very logical. You're being very organizational, actually. You're making experienced, intuitive, logical decisions rather than ones with your emotions. You're in the midst of figuring. You want to know where loyalties lie here. You want to know where their loyalties lie. What you want to know, well, you already know where your loyalties lie. But this King of Swords is dealing with the authorities in some sense. Okay, this could be anything from booking a train ticket to an airline ticket, to buying and selling a property, to travel, to marriage, dealing with the authorities. There's a very slow approach to this. It's kind of like we need more time. You know, love has to be nurtured. Now, when I'm picking up a soulmate here, actually, driving this, the realization that you two are soulmates. But soulmates are usually a test of our character from the universe. They're testing to see what we'll actually do to be with the person we feel is right for us. Now, when dealing with soulmates, I'm kind of getting it's not an automatic license to drink pina coladas on that proverbial beach, watching sunsets in an ideal kind of fantasy way. Uh, you know, 9 times out of 10, soulmates, they're very difficult. And that's the point. It's to test us. It's a test of our commitment, to each other and to ourselves, following through. You know, at the moment, there's a bit of a trust issue between you two because you feel here there's, I don't know, somebody here has been very secretive, but whatever's being held back is coming to light here. You know, this is communication giving you a realistic idea of what to do about it. There's a Three of Cups involved. That means a new community. This means making choices. Part of that test of commitment is whatever the status, whether you're married, dating, living with somebody, whatever, there's going to be the need to drop some kind of reduce these challenges somehow and commit to a new path and letting people go or letting old situations go, letting old lifestyles go if this is ever going to work. Getting for a lot of you though, the background families, there's there seems to be some kind of blockage here. Well, that's going to need an awful lot of strength and courage, an awful lot of staying power. You've got the Leo energy here going forward. Avoiding a confrontation is going to be tricky as well. I'm getting the biggest issue here is compatibility because I'm getting you two grew up into an entirely different environments and actually trying to make this work, accepting each other for who you are and not constantly trying to change each other. It's all about bridging that gap and working within the confines of the environment and beliefs. This is energetical confinement, not necessarily, it's not all to do with the practicalities, but there's a kind of, I feel here that you two grew up in entirely different environments, so it's bridging that gap. It's accepting each other as you are, which is not easy. There's some trust issues here that have to be resolved. Not necessarily between you two, but between, if there's a family involved, this is all about acceptance. Wow, into the family. maybe your options are limited. I'm kind of getting here, this person wants to tell you where you, or you want to, there's a conversation here on telling each other your points of view on where you stand in the scheme of things, right? They want to tell you where they see you in their lives, and you telling them where they stand in your life, and either an agreement or working away, or walking away, sorry. But it would seem you two are on the same page. Got the King of Wands here, King of Swords. That's the energy. I'm kind of getting that a lot of you, despite your feelings for each other, you're keeping emotions out of it. This is all about acceptance and compatibility. Fitting into a different environment to what you used to what you used to be. In other words, it's a change of lifestyle. But there's certainly discussion here on points of view. What you're willing to give up, what you're not willing to give up. I'm going to leave it there. I could go on for another hour, but I'm not going to. Take care. I hope to see you again next week.